Hi, I'm sitting here at my desk with this beautiful citrine in front of me and also a cup of tea and a bowl of yogurt and strawberries. So I'm in a really good mood. I feel great. And hello, I'm just here to settle in for a moment or two to talk to you. This citrine has wonderful tones, and I think, it's something that you find when you have a natural gem that hasn't been heated or irradiated particularly, when it can display different tones in the one stone. That rhymes, doesn't it? And so depending on how you hold it, it might be lighter, it might have even a few clear patches, although with this particular one that's hard to find. I mean, as in clear, transparent white. It is predominantly a really rich gold with some smoke. The smoky aspect is not visible with any line or anything like that. It just is. And it is a beautiful, beautiful gem because of it. It's huge. And interestingly enough, you probably have heard me talk about gemval.com. Now that stands for gem valuation, it took me a while to figure that out, but I've used it for years now, and it's a really interesting site. I have nothing to do with selling you anything to do with it. If some people have memberships and they upgrade to certain stones, so in other words, if you have a look at gemval.com, you can actually get pretty current ideas of prices. Usually they're American based, so they're not a good indication necessarily of Australia or Europe or something like that. But it is interesting to compare carat prices and what they think. And often you might go for a particular stone that's not listed that you have to pay for a subscription for, and that's how they make their money. But if you go and have a look at citrines, well, I put the specs of this really adorable stone through them. And they do say, which is interesting, that citrines over the size of 100 carats are very hard to define. And so it could be inaccurate, the figure that they come up with. So I'm just smiling. The figure they came up with for this one was over $14,000. So that would be the retail price. Now, the reason it's inaccurate over 100 carats is basically because to find genuine stones that are clean and beautiful, when I say clean, I mean eye clean, that's what that stands for, when they have a clarity that is really, really clear, to find them over 100 carats and to be natural, etc., is a hard thing to do. And it's not often, it's an uncommon thing. So when you find that you have these valuations, they can be skewed by that, the fact that they are unusual and so forth. But look, I smile about it, and interestingly too, and I keep saying interestingly, but it is interesting how different people have viewed the citrine from different cultures over time. I fell in love with it when I discovered a mine and some people who were working and cutting the material about 8 years ago, and I think up until then I had kept it in the back of my mind. Oh, and another thing which made me fall in love was actually I have some big crystal caves, and some of those are smoky citrine, and I adore those too. But the cultures that have really embraced this golden gem that we've had, the Scottish people from which my family comes from, well, gosh, they've loved, absolutely adored it. The European market is very, very big for all things golden, like amber and citrines, and occasionally the topaz. And now the rest of the world is catching up, and you can see that the price has really accelerated because finding natural citrine as material, that's difficult. You'll see a lot of heated ones, a lot of ones which have been changed out of amethyst, but to have them grow naturally, that's a lot harder to find. Thank you so much for looking, and I'm going to go and have my cup of tea now, but I'm really grateful I could share this one with you. It's extraordinary size. It is a beautiful stone, and if you're looking for a lovely, lovely gem, my gosh, this is the one. Bye for now.